I'm joined now by Daisy Haggard.
Hello.
And Paterson Joseph.
Hello.
So, I don't know how much press you've been doing. Who's been doing the explaining? Who's been doing
I
the...
think
Daisy's
it's Paterson's go. I think it's his go.
The buck was passed so quickly. This show is really about two innocents, maybe one not so innocent, who find a boatload of illegal drugs, the powder, the white powder, the unmentionables, on a boat with two dead people. And so what they do is say, well, they're dead. Let's take it. And off they go. And then what ensues is a terrible carnage.
I know.
It's sort of half funny, but also quite violent.
Darkly comic.
Darkly comic is good.
Because it is that thing. You got to. I remember this in Ireland. This happened where 100 million euros worth of coke, and everyone kind of was down looking for it, and you did kind of. But what if you find it? Do you know how to sell cocaine?
I mean,
you know, like it might be worth 100 million, but to who?
The most terrifying thing in the world. I would not do it. I would.
A chance, not a chance. And my palms are sweating even thinking about it. I would call the police immediately. That would be the end of the story. It'd be a really short drama.
Yeah, if you and I were actually in it, it would be a 15-minute short film with no ending.
Yeah. But this, where did it come from? Is it kind of based on, I mean, obviously not a true story, but it's based on that idea.
Yeah, but it's also the kooky minds of Jack and Harry Williams, the writers of a thing I did years ago called Relic, Killer spelt backwards. So they're not easy, they don't never do an easy, straightforward linear drama. So this is them.
Yeah, this is just a brilliantly, I think, a wild ride that they've cooked up. But yeah, there are stories of this actually happening, aren't there?
Yeah, there really are. And I don't know, the cast is phenomenal. Obviously, the two of you lead it, but there's, so many famous faces along the way.
Yeah, and so many brilliant people playing slightly different, like slightly different parts. I feel really proud of this show.
Yeah, and everybody that they wanted to write for.
Yeah.
So they've written specifically, not necessarily things you've done before, but I think you could do this kind of part. So it's sort of challenging it as well. And Chucky Carrio is just a superb villain.
Yeah.
Yes, because the drug finding has repercussions abroad. It takes us abroad.
Oh yes, it takes us into a dark underworld.
The tailor. I mean,
Le tailleur.
Yeah,
le tailleur.
Oui. And, because I don't want to put people off because it is great.
It is great,
but it is kind of like, ooh, that's quite.
Yes.
I didn't expect to see that.
Yeah. Well, no, it's quite visceral and it's yeah.
But it's
visceral,
not...
nice word.
Thank you. I don't know how to spell it.
There's a C in it somewhere. I think it's also witty. I mean, it's
it is funny.
Even though it is like, oh my gosh, that sad thing happened. There is a sort of wit to it, and I think that sort of saves it from being grim.
Oh, no,
yeah, I think it's got it's quite Fargo-esque. It's got this sort of a tongue in its cheek. It's got some gruesome moments. It's got sort of thriller moments. It's got loads of comedy. It's genuinely, what I love about this show is that it is genuinely original. If you are sitting down thinking you're going to watch a sort of very typical sort of show, you're not going to have that. You're going to go on a ride and you're going to, I think you're going to have a great time.
And do you know the best character in it is Yorkshire? Honestly,
yeah.
I've known a bit of Leeds and that's about it, but we saw so much of beautiful Yorkshire. I mean, Halifax I've never been to.
Halifax is amazing.
And that market, do you remember going into that market? Yeah. I ate so many pies. And then they showed me this street in the sky. Which is literally a street above the market that you can walk around, little houses up there. People used to live up there. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
I never knew about it. So Yorkshire gets a really good play in this.
Yeah.
Very good. But in terms of tonally, as actors, because obviously as actors you play the truth of the scene.
Yeah.
Wow. But
some of us do.
Like Graham.
He knows our work, Daisy. He's seen our work.
He can see through us.
But in something like this, because the tone is so specific, how do you approach it? Because you're not doing comedy, you're not doing drama, you're doing something in between.
But I think that, wow. I think you just play the truth of the scene. And then if it's written really well, which they do, it means that moment's this, that moment's that, and you just do it, you commit. Do you know what I mean?
For that particular scene, you do that. I mean, it took me a little while to get the tone, I must say. And then I watched The Tourist, and I thought, yes, I know exactly what's going on here. So it's absolutely serious, but there's also absurdity in some of it too. Right?
Yeah.
And of course, we should say Daisy, Breeders is still on.
It's still on. It's still on Sky, and and it's the final.
I know.
The final goodbye.
Oh.
It is, yeah. Until we do a Christmas special, probably at some point.
Because for you, it must have been so strange because the way you filmed it, the kids would keep making these big leaps.
Yes, and then I had to be, older and a grandma in this one. I was livid, absolutely livid. I'm not there yet. I'd like everyone to know that was acting.
But it must be weird for you and Martin to suddenly, to do this familiar thing. Oh, it's
Yeah.
another series, but you're acting with new people.
It just got easier because we could swear more.
Oh yes, yeah. The little children.
Yeah,
were
the little
gone.
children was
Yeah.
the substitute words got too difficult.
Yeah, and in terms of your own stuff, because we
Yes.
all met you in Back to Life, are you still writing for yourself?
I'm currently trying to write. I'm not allowed to get any more rescue dogs. Or cook any more bolognese. I am trying to write a new show, which I can't talk about yet because I haven't written it yet.
No.
But I am. That's my big goal at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So don't let me get any more dogs. Any dogs' homes, do not give me a dog for 6
No
months.
more pamphlets.
Please.
No more emails. Is your algorithm just...
Literally just dogs, like rescue dogs with some sort of problem that no one else wants them. So yeah, just please don't let me.
Well, now it would be boats.
months.
You get lots of boats.
And while we're bigging people up, we should say you too write, sir.
I do write a little bit. I've tinkered with a novel, The Secret Diaries of Charles Ignatius Sancho, which came out last year, but paperback recently. And it's going all right. It's going all right.
Yeah.
He's going really well. He's doing really well.
So you're writing another one?
Oh, I'm writing another one, but not a novel. It'll be something slightly different.
Okay. And you're getting a rescue dog together. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do. That's our main goal.
And this story is, I feel, in the 6 episodes that we're talking about boat story now. Sorry, we've
Yes.
gone back to that. Is told entirely. At the end, you're satisfied.
Yes.
You are.
You
Yeah,
are.
but I mean, I
Yeah.
think there's still room for the audience to go, I wonder what would have happened
Well, no.
next.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I agree with you.
I mean,
I think
I feel
you
like
could.
it's written like that's not happening. But I mean, I think with anything, if it's good and those characters are interesting,
people
they can
love
always
it.
come back.
Possibilities are endless, I think.
Yeah.
Especially with Jack and Harry.
Guys, thank you so much for coming in to see
pleasure.
us.
Thank you for having us.
And,